Good afternoon, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2025. It is my great honor to introduce our class mentor for this year, Mr. Brian Archibald, who will welcome our graduating seniors and their guests.
Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, proud parents and family members, honored alumni, random siblings forced to attend kicking and screaming, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. You are here today not just as St. Louis Priory graduates, but as scholars, individuals who have pushed the boundaries of learning, questioned the world around you, experienced the challenges and difficulties of COVID, where you learned how to survive a Zoom call with your camera accidentally off, and have chosen the more challenging path in the pursuit of excellence. I'd say you never thought this day would come, but you guys have been counting down, just like us teachers have been counting down for the day that you guys are finally graduating. So I would like to congratulate you all. When you first walked through the halls of Priory in 2019, you were wide-eyed and uncertain. Some of you were intimidated by the workload, others unsure if you belonged here. But each day that passed, each paper and report assigned, each night staying up late to study and cram for the upcoming exam, you proved you belonged to St. Louis Priory. You learned to think critically, write boldly, and have purpose in everything you do. You have learned that excellence is an everyday habit that must be forged. St. Louis Priory didn't just challenge you academically, it asked you, in fact, it demanded you to grow as individuals. You collaborated on projects that tested your patience and pushed you to become better teammates. You debated topics that forced you to reevaluate what you believe and why. This journey was not easy. Late night studying, multiple tests in 1 day, senior thesis, learning through COVID restrictions. Maybe you had moments of self-doubt, moments when the pressure felt overwhelming. Yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future than 99% of the graduates in this country. You know the most important scientific fact, that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Now you'll never have to use that ever again in your life. The teachers never lowered the bar. They all believed in your potential and never wavered in their encouragement and drive to see you succeed and excel. Excel beyond any of your expectations. And they also pretended not to see all the snacks you snuck into the classroom, especially you, Connor Stone. So to the families of the class of 2025, thank you for your sacrifices, your encouragement, and your unbridled support. Every late night ride home, every proud text, every positive reinforcements, all the support through this project is due tomorrow and I haven't started emergency at 10 p.m., these young men will carry with them with pride all of your love and support. Class of 2025, remember your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't make excuses. Take responsibility not just for your successes, but absolutely take responsibility when you fail short as well. Sacrifice the short term so you can have the long term. Be willing to do today what others aren't willing to do so you can live tomorrow as others only dream of. You are not meant to live life in the shadows. Be bold and accept the challenge of being the best. Lastly, great moments are born from great opportunities, and that's what you have here today. That's what you've earned today. You are graduating from the greatest high school in the state of Missouri. This is your time. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every moment with your brothers. And when you are presented a challenge over the next 4+ years, go and take it. Create your legacy. Forge your identity. Be the greatest that you can be. 2 more things. On Friday, I got to go to my first lacrosse game. And I'm telling you, what I saw you young men do out there was awesome. Now I beg you, go beat CBC and win yourself a state title, okay? And the last thing is very important. Everybody behind me knows this. It's a fact of life. It's just the way it is. So I'll say it really slowly for you. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Fact. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Archibald. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian to address his classmates. This student earned the highest cumulative weighted GPA during his 4 years of high school. Congratulations to Samuel J. Faust.
Hello, everyone. As Mr. Malachek mentioned, my name is Sam Faust. I've been at Priory since 7th grade, and I'm here to share some remarks about our class and our time at Priory. As I came into Priory, I was pretty goal-oriented, and I usually approach things with a mindset of, if I do this, then I'll get this in return. And I think if 7th grade me were here today, looking back at 6 years at Priory, he would try to think of, what have I gotten in return? What do I get for my 6 years of hard work? And I don't know that he would really find something in particular. There isn't some big prize or reward today. A great ceremony, sure, but no $1 million prize or some trophy that really accounts for 6 years of hard work. And sure, you could say that I know a lot of things that I didn't in 7th grade. I'm sure I could recall several Supreme Court cases from APUSH, or integrate a wide range of functions from calculus, or vaguely recall the plot of To Kill a Mockingbird or Macbeth. And sure, I get a piece of paper today that certifies that I learned all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, this is great and all, but if we're being honest, I'm not sure that this mere sum of knowledge is really what makes 6 years of Priory worth it. Really, I don't know that there's anything to be obtained for 6 years of Priory. I don't really have anything now because of Priory that I didn't have 6 years ago. At best, I have a nice list of accomplishments and perhaps a larger sum of knowledge, but I don't think that's what really matters at the end of the day. I remember getting some advice relating to this idea from some upperclassmen when I was still a junior schooler or maybe a freshman. It might have been Tutoria or something. I don't really remember. I don't really remember who said it either, but that doesn't matter. He told me, nobody gets to their deathbed wishing they had more things to put on their resume. And this was kind of strange to hear as a young Priory guy, as I was constantly being told to stay on top of your grades, join a whole bunch of clubs and extracurriculars, get involved in service opportunities, start taking sports more seriously. But the advice definitely rings true. Pursuing these different accomplishments and extracurriculars are great, but they're not worth living for, and I don't think that's what makes my Priory experience worth it. So why is 6 years of Priory really worth it? I'd like to start by turning to the words of a guy I studied a lot for my thesis, a philosopher named Ludwig Wittgenstein. He sticks to mostly philosophy of language and logic, but sometimes he'll just say whatever he wants, I guess. And the quote I'd like to get at, and bear with me, it's a little bit wordy, is, if we take eternity to mean not infinite temporal duration, but timelessness, then eternal life belongs to those who live in the present. And I'd really like to emphasize that last part. Eternal life belongs to those who live in the present. And that sort of encompasses why I think Priory's worth it. Every moment of the last 6 years has been an opportunity to engage with and make the most of the present. From the foosball games in 7th grade, to the conversations at the lunch table, to the antics in the senior lounge, every moment has been an opportunity to forget about what's already happened, to forget about what's to come, and to instead choose to make the most out of what was directly in front of us. There didn't have to be an end goal or a final reward. If we just took every moment for what it was, then it was all worth it in and of itself. And one of the most important parts for me of taking advantage of the present has been sharing the present moment with the 49 brothers who I am proud to graduate with today. There's never been a dull moment with our class. One thing we've always had is spirit. Even though we face trials such as going through code as 7th graders, seeing a lot of beloved faculty leave during our time at Priory, and just going through the general rigor and difficulty of Priory, we've taken these demanding times as an opportunity to grow closer in brotherhood. Knowing that each and every one of us have gone through some of the same troubles has allowed us to create a bond and a community where we continue to be unapologetically ourselves and feed off each other's energetic spirit and enthusiasm. This spirit flowed through and uplifted everything in our time at Priory, from our everyday moments in the halls and in class to bigger moments at sports games or dances. I can't capture the sense of community that comes with this spirit in words, but I trust that everyone graduating today knows what I'm talking about. I'll end with this. Today is not the most important day of our class's Priory career. We don't have something now that we didn't have before. There's nothing today which makes it all worth it, and truthfully, if you can only look ahead to a final reward to make your life worth it, I doubt you will find it. The only goal or reward which exists is to find meaning constantly in every aspect of life. It was once said, the man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. So I'd like to say one last congratulations to everyone who I have the honor of graduating with today. We've made it to the destination, but truly it's been being able to walk with you that has made 6 years of Priory worth it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faust. Besides the academic prizes and other awards for seniors, which were presented at the awards ceremony earlier this year, the Alumni Association makes 2 presentations at graduation. I invite Mr. Michael Reedy, class of 2000, Alumni Board President of the St. Louis Priory School Alumni Association, to make these 2 presentations.
Good afternoon. On behalf of our alumni, I congratulate you, the members of the class of 2025, on all your achievements during your years at Priory and welcome you to official alumni status. The impact of your Priory education continues well beyond graduation. The Alumni Association is an extremely active organization with many opportunities to stay involved, remain close to the school and the monks, and give back time and talent to the place that shaped you and the young men you are today. Our alumni community provides resources, a network, and a spiritual home for you throughout your life. As Mr. Malachek mentioned, the Alumni Association presents 2 awards to members of each graduating class. The Alumni Award recognizes outstanding creativity and service to St. Louis Priory School. The recipient of the 2025 Alumni Award is Theodore J. Miller. The Alumni Association also presents the Morrison Memorial Award, which is given in memory of a promising young journalist from the class of 1961, George Morrison. This award recognizes achievement in journalism. The recipient of the 2025 Morrison Memorial Award is Luke Glarner. By tradition, the Priory class ring is worn with the signet facing inward until graduation. At graduation, the ring is rotated so the signet faces outward. When you leave Priory, make your way into the world, you pledge to remain loyal to Priory, the family, and uphold its values. I now invite you to turn your ring with signet facing outward as you become alumni of St. Louis Priory School. Congratulations, gentlemen.
The John B. Kistner Jr. Memorial Award is given in memory of a member of the class of 1967, recognizing a graduating senior who has exemplified high standards of character and integrity during his years at Priory School. This year's recipient is Cole A. Fossage. The George Hereford Memorial Award is given in memory of Mr. Hereford, an outstanding Priory School art teacher, recognizing achievement in the area of art. This year's recipient is Tyler J. Witkowski. The Father Benedict Allen Award is given each year to graduating seniors whose character, commitment, and service enrich the school community and develop the tutoria program. This year's award recipients are David B. Peter, Michael G. Rojas, and Samuel H. Kingston. The Claude I. Bakewell Jr. Class of '61 Memorial Scholarship Award recognizes the contribution made to the school by a graduating senior through a combination of ability, character, leadership, and service. This year's recipient, who will now address the class, is Thomas S. Rempe.
Faculty, classmates, families, and friends, I am truly humbled and honored to receive this recognition. During my freshman year, I took Father Augustine's class about the combination of faith and reason, about how science and faith coexist in harmony with one another. It was in this class that Father Augustine read us a very impactful quote from Pope St. John Paul II, which I will reread now. Faith and reason are like two wings on which the human spirit rises to the contemplation of truth. This quote wraps all that I have learned and done at Priory nicely into one sentence. In every single class, whether that be in Father Abbott's class about hell or Mrs. Neal's honors geometry class, our goal has always been to find truth. Now, obviously, there have been very many different perspectives and avenues of arriving at this truth. For example, there are the physical sciences, like in Mr. Redmond's AP Physics and AP Chemistry classes, in which the study of God's creation through the realm of science can reveal truth. During Mr. Clark's Self and Literature class, we did a deep dive into existential philosophy and absurdism to hear other perspectives on if absolute truth even exists. In junior year theology courses on the principles of Catholic social teaching and the theology of the body, I remember taking parts in debates about moral dilemmas and the methods of arriving at truth through church doctrine. Those sorts of experiences, multiple avenues of arriving at truth, and the contemplation of God's creation is what education, but more specifically, my Priory education, is all about. But my education at Priory was not merely limited to the time spent in classrooms. Without the brotherhood that Priory builds, I would not have had these companions on my search for truth. Without them, frankly, it would have been a lot less fun. And we have certainly had our fair share of fun in the past 6 years. Back in the junior school, nearly every single X period was filled with foosball and ping pong tournaments, and there was also the junior school basketball court and our Gaga pit, which were very heavily used in our time. During our senior retreat and our class-wide barbecue, we held massive kickball games. And we loved our senior lounge, which was always wonderfully decorated and equipped with snacks from the beloved Mothers Club, though we did go too far occasionally with pillow fights and human pyramids. Looking forward, I have high expectations for what will come of our class. Lodged in this foundation of education that combines faith and reason, we will have the ability to succeed. In our midst, there are future lawyers, doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, scientists, businessmen, and even a future Marine. One of those future doctors, Sam Kingston, still claims to this day that he saved someone's life when, in the back of Mrs. Poth's pre-calculus class, he correctly diagnosed Matthew Singer with appendicitis. I cannot wait for our class reunions to hear all about the hilarious college stories, learn about their careers and the families that they have started. Even more, though, I hope as a class that we carry the Benedictine values and Catholic faith that we have learned here and apply them in college and beyond. Life will be full of challenges that are completely foreign to us now, ones that we have never even considered before. An education which only emphasizes facts and knowledge is ill-equipped to handle these challenges. But an education such as ours that has prepared us to seek truth through faith and reason is much more valuable and capable than one based upon rote memorization. Priory helped me overcome the challenges I've faced in the past few years, but more importantly, Priory has prepared me for the unknown challenges in years yet to come. With the faith and reason that has been instilled here at Priory, I am confident that we, guided by the Holy Spirit, are destined for greatness. Lastly, I wanted to offer some words of gratitude. Thank you to all the teachers for helping us understand material and unlocking our academic potential, both inside and outside the classroom. Thank you to all the coaches who taught us discipline and teamwork and pushed us to work harder. Thank you to all our parents and family members who were always by our side to help us on homework, ferry us to school, and support us for all these years. May we continue to search for truth with faith and reason, and may we also use our gifts and talents to glorify God. Laus tibi Domine.
Thank you, Thomas. Father Cuthbert, our headmaster, will now address the class of 2025.
Gentlemen, on behalf of everyone here, it's my honor to say three things to you. We'll miss you. We're proud of you. And we hope to see you soon. And now it's time to graduate.
And now for the conferral of diplomas. Gentlemen, when I call your name, please come forward to accept your diploma and the congratulations of Father Cuthbert and Father Gregory. Joseph Richard Bauer, cum laude. Nicholas Aiden Breyer. Andrew Christopher Broder, cum laude. Stephen Timothy Charles, cum laude. Devin Eric Creeth, cum laude. Maxwell Colby Dennison. Dominic Thomas DePasco, cum laude. Elliot Michael Downey. Benjamin Stephen Duke, cum laude. Gabriel John Dunaway. Aiden Michael Edwards. Owen William Eisenbeis, cum laude. Samuel Joseph Faust, cum laude. Thomas Robert Forget III. Cole Anthony Fossage, cum laude. Elias Gabriel Foss, cum laude. Luke Guthrie Glarner. William Fitzgerald Harrison. Wes Peyton Harvey. Miles Christian Herr, cum laude. Samuel Hudson Kingston, cum laude. Thomas Robert Kreger, cum laude. Jonathan Auer Laritz. Michael Christopher Mangano, cum laude. Theodore Joseph Miller. Michael Benjamin Murphy. Joseph Peter Nadro, cum laude. Justin Prize Nangle, cum laude. Richard Wynn O'Keefe. Jack Michael Parent. David Bernard Peter, cum laude. Chance Michael Petrie. Colin Fitzpatrick Pym, cum laude. Drake Thomas Polson, cum laude. William Paul Puschel. Thomas Singletary Rempe, cum laude. Edward Charles Rothery. Michael Jean Rojas, cum laude. Charles Andrew Shanebush, cum laude. Jacob Frederick Schmerold. Matthew Aaron Singer, cum laude. Owen Mitchell Stanley. Connor Douglas Stone. John Lawrence Varley. Jacob Theodore Waltz, cum laude. John Davis Weiss. Ryan David White, cum laude. Tyler Joseph Witkowski. Robert Carl Yannix. John James Zemlak. Congratulations to the class of 2025.